I mean, you very famously called derivatives weapons of mass destruction.
Financial weapons of mass destruction.
Does the financial reform bill, as you understand it right now, limit their danger in any way?
From what I've read, I think it probably diminishes it. I mean, but I think there's probably a lot of room for mischief still. But again, I haven't read the bill, and even if you read the bill, people figure out ways to do it. They may do it in Europe, or it's the interconnectedness of these huge institutions that poses a real threat. That's why I want to change the incentives for the people at the top of those things. I want them to have a tremendous downside because it's very hard to write statutes that solve all these sorts of things. But somebody at the top is deciding we're going to do this or we're not going to do that. And I want that person, when they decide to do something, to know that if they're wrong, there's a real downside.
Do you think Americans have reason to be angry at the big banks? And do they have reason to be angry at Goldman, even though they played, as you suggested, a different role?
No, the real cause the biggest cause by far of what happened was the almost universal belief that house prices couldn't go down. Once that bubble was pricked and it was allowed to grow and grow and grow, and people refied like crazy, and they started living on the proceeds of the refis, and people bought second houses because if you're making money on your first house, why not make money on a second house? And people lied on their applications because it wasn't going to make any difference. The house was going to go up, and who's hurt by a little lying on the application? And the mortgage broker felt the same way, and the guy that securitized it felt the same way. So that was the proximate cause, in my view, of what happened. And everybody, all kinds of people contributed. Millions of people who lied about, their situation on their mortgages contributed to it. But Freddie Mac contributed, Fannie Mae, Congress who supervised them, the media. Everybody was on board on this one. That's the only way you can have a huge bubble is to have sort of a mass delusion, and we had one.
And are we going to have one again?
Someday, but it won't be the same. It is the nature of humans when they are making money effortlessly, and they see their neighbor making money effortlessly. And you had it in day trading, and not that many years ago. People want to get on the bandwagon. Rising prices become the narcotic that induces people to do things that in saner moments they never dream of.
And when you look at the horizon now, are there any instruments out there that you think could lead to a potential bubble?
I don't see it right now, but that's the fellow that was drunk all night probably doesn't get drunk at 10 in the morning either. It took a long time to forget 1929 for the American public. It'll take quite a while to forget this, too.